I needn't ask how you are. You look radiant.
Cut the patter, Paul. She's a married woman now.
Ah.
You better tell him that he looks radiant or he'll sulk all day.
Adam, you look euphoric. No other words to describe it.
Smile, darling.
Married life obviously suits you.
Well, you must try it sometime.
I may. You never know. But for now, duty calls. Excuse me, sir, coming. Nice to have you back.
You're back early.
We've not come here to work.
Now, did I say? Good time?
Fabulous.
So, what's been happening?
Oh, fairly busy. There is one thing, though. Can we go through to the office?
Yeah.
Oh, how's Barbara getting on with her pet tramp?
Oh, he left us.
Oh, that must be a relief.
Rather a sad story, really.
Oh?
She'll tell you.
So what's the trouble?
The garage.
Yes?
Sharon Metcalfe, for reasons I know not of, is being uncooperative.
In what way?
Oh, late with the accounts, that sort of thing.
Have they been particularly busy, or?
Average, but it's her attitude that puzzles me, sort of take it or leave it.
Oh, that's not like Sharon.
It's as if she'd lost interest.
Well, she better find it rather quickly or get a move on.
Darling.
Look, I'm going to pop over there. Have a quick word. It shan't be long.
Resolutions. Remember?
And what were those?
Oh, just to rub all our sweetness and light off on all and sundry.
Long may it last. Happy time?
Just beautiful. I don't know, well, lately my life seems so aimless. I don't really know why. It just seems to sort of happen. But now I've got a purpose again. I feel sort of, well, needed and wanted and contented.
Good start, then.
It'll do to be going on with.
Crossroads garage? Yes, it's ready. Anytime you like. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Heard the phone. Didn't think you'd be still here.
No more afternoons off.
She gone home, is she?
Yesterday, yeah.
Hi, Gav. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I'll leave it to it.
I brought you this.
Thank you. May I...
Yes, of course. It's a little thank you for keeping things running so smoothly while I was away.
You shouldn't have.
That's what David Hunter said. Sharon, we must have a serious talk.
I needed that time off.
I gave it to you, remember? What I did not give you was a license to let my business fall.
I had a personal obligation. It's just...
You have a moral obligation to your job, Sharon.
The motel have never rushed the accounts like that before.
They have never had to. They were always on time before. Now, that is a very important part of your job from now on. I do not want to give David Hunter the chance to criticize the way this place is run, even if I have to change the person who runs it. And you made this job for yourself. It pays you well. You have a good deal of responsibility, if you care to use it. Sharon, don't let it slide.
Is that where you went? France?
Yes, and Venice.
Nice, very nice.
Oh, yes, it was. It was lovely.
He don't outpick his moments, doesn't he?
He's absolutely right. I've shortchanged this garage. Just hope I haven't cheated on her, because I can't make that up.
Well, that's about it, really. I'm sorry the state it's in.
Oh, you wouldn't be if you'd seen some of the billets I've slept in.
Still, Kev will pick up the bits for you and give you a hand.
Yeah, do you know, this is the first proper home I've been in since Pat went off.
That's the first time you've mentioned her name. Was that bitterness?
No, of sorts. And for that very reason, I'm sure it'll just be grand. I'm a home lover, me, and this is a home. All it needs to be.
Well, I'm just pleased to help, that's all, as long as you're happy.
Oh, well, we're just great in there. All that talk about swapping rooms. Bit daft for 2 months, eh?
Well, I just want to keep everybody happy. I mean, keeping Glenda polite's going to be a job in itself.
Don't worry, I'll help.
I think we just got to be diplomatic till she gets used to the idea. Kev's promised to help.
I hope in time we can get to know one another. She's not unlike Mandy, my youngest. I hope she can come and look upon me as her dad. That'd be nice, eh?
What, in 2 months?
No, I mean, come to me in that sort of way. You know, ask my opinion, that sort of thing.
No, I think that's a little bit too much to ask for. I think things are going to be quite difficult enough to begin with.
Be more difficult for me, Kath. Something I've never done before, not even with me own.
Still, I'm very grateful for your goodwill. And
There's
if everybody...
just a minute. There's something you've overlooked.
What's that?
Can I afford these palatial surroundings?
Oh, I'll let you know when that's due, don't you worry.
Oh, yes. When? About?
Oh, not yet. I mean, there's that lovely...
Yes. Now, Kath.
Now, look, while I think of it, would you like a biscuit to go with that tea?
I wouldn't say no, but...
Digestive or ginger?
Anything you like,
I mean,
but
that's
whatever.
if Kev hasn't been through them. You know, mug of tea, packet of biscuits and the football.
Football? Oh, he's a man after my own heart. England.
You can pay me on Saturdays after I've got the shopping in, if you like. Would that do?
You look like a mermaid.
Then you're more confused than I thought. That is a leg, not a tail. And I have another one just like it.
Miriam the mermaid. Now, that doesn't ring about it.
And so does that. Be a darling and see who it is, will you?
Certainly, madam.
And if it's the fishmongers, mermaids are £5 a pound.
Oh, that would be going cheap. Hello. Yes, it is. Who's calling?
Who is it?
Just a moment, please. It's, Mr.
Whoever it is. He can wait. Mr. Who?
Brookes.
Leslie? Yes. 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 I'm fine. Absolutely fine. No. It doesn't matter, honestly. It doesn't matter. I never thought I'd hear your voice. What? Oh, no one, darling. Only the waiter. Listen, when... Paul? Oh, sorry. Paul? Paul, listen. Sorry, love. The waiter was collecting the tray. He forgot to take his tip. Now, where were we? Come in. Thank you for coming back.
You call, I answer.
I want to explain.
No, please, you don't have to. You really don't.
Oh, yes, I do. I'd completely made up my mind that that phone call was never going to happen. It took long enough, heaven knows. But as soon as I heard his voice, I knew I'd start packing. Sucker for punishment. But what was hateful was what I said to him when he asked who you were. Caught red-handed, like a naughty little girl.
It didn't matter, really.
Only the waiter.
It's not very far from the truth.
Oh,
You
please.
couldn't very well say restaurant manager as an excuse. A little demotion didn't come amiss.
I'll never be able to thank you. Not ever. There just isn't any way. When I first came here, I was utterly miserable. And the last thing I had in my tiny mind was finding comfort, but I did. Blissfully. And now I'm going back to him. And if it hadn't been for you, I don't think that could have happened. Do you believe me, Paul?
Oh, it's understandable.
Yes.
So, you ought to become Mrs. Brookes again?
Secretly. No fuss. No bother. Nothing to terrify him. He's a gentle creature.
I'm very glad.
And, as you know, I've always responded to gentle treatment.
We had roast lamb of a Sunday. I used to carve.
What stopped you?
Mint sauce, everyone?
Aye, smashing.
Anything I can get for you?
Do you want a beer with it, John?
Oh, I wouldn't say no, lad.
We've only got the one till I go shopping.
You have that?
No, lad.
Well, shandy then?
Halfway there.
Right.
Not with your dinner.
Right, shall I?
Please.
Is that enough?
Yes, thank you.
I must keep an eye on the apple crumble. Don't wait for me, everybody. Oh, there's some wine in the cabinet there. I brought it down from the loft. It's homemade.
Dad made it.
Beer, shandy will do just fine, thanks.
There's plenty more. Carrots and peas, if anyone's interested.
Fine for me, Tom.
Waiting for 2, Mum, not 4.
John, then.
Well, we don't want them to go to waste, do we?
Look, Mum, have your dinner. You know you get indigestion. We all know where the kitchen is, don't we?
Kathy tells me you're a football man.
Oh, armchair football these days. Eastby Rovers, Sunday League one time.
Oh, yeah. Star soccer on the box later. That's if you don't fancy nipping down the road for a swift bevy.
Oh, I'd love to.
You promised you'd take me to the pictures, Kevin.
Oh, some other time. Tomorrow, perhaps.
He'll be taking the paper off the wall tomorrow.
Well, there's no reason why we can't finish off that nursery while I'm still in it, is there, Kevin? I mean, I've no aversion to little rabbits on the wall. Shame if you brought the lads home. We can do it the weekend, can't we?
Well, if you don't mind, I'd be
Well, I
glad
mean,
to
it would mean you'd finish it, wouldn't it? Then you could straighten it all up once and
I've
for all.
told you I don't want the paper up until the room is empty and aired. Then we can paint it so it's clean for the baby.
Well, I'll take the ladders back then.
John said there was football on or something tonight.
No, we're going to the pictures.
Oh, surely I'm going to get some help with that washing up out there, aren't I?
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Kevin, the pictures start at 8 o'clock. You know there's a queue at that multi-storey place.
Hey, and those seats, you just be careful you don't get caught in one, eh, lass? Just a joke, love.
Let's go in a minute. I'm going to a meeting tonight. Did you see Nina's mum when you dropped her off?
In the end, Di and Benny took her to the zoo, and then on home I had a problem at work.
Oh, so you didn't see Denise?
I did today. I took Nina's luggage around in my lunch hour. I wasn't very keen to see her. Nina, I mean. Didn't want to upset her, confuse her. She only just got home, didn't she?
Well, how did she seem, Denise?
Tired, still very tired.
You could still help her, you know, with Nina from time to time.
Yeah. Teachers' meeting?
Oh, no. It's a group I've joined. Mostly parents trying to raise money for a group home in the community.
For kids?
The parents are more worried about what will happen when their children finish school. Well, this would house 4 or 5 mentally handicapped adults. Then they could be more independent when they'd left school, you see. Oh, the important thing is not to shut them away. They should be allowed to mix with all sorts of people. Well, they should.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No, please. Let me.
Oh, it isn't heavy and the car's just outside.
As you wish.
Thank you.
Well, have a safe trip.
Thank you. They say journeying is better than arriving.
A generalization. I hope in your case it will prove to be an exception.
Thank you.
That was a bit sudden, wasn't it?
What was?
Her departure.
Yes, she's a lady who always acts on impulse.
Oh, you should know.
Good evening.
Good evening, Paul.
Your table awaits you, if you'd care to go in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Doris, what on earth are you doing here?
Looking for a friendly face.
Well, you found one. Are you all right? You look a bit sort of shaky.
Bit of a shock, really. I went round to Mrs. Price's and this total stranger answered the door.
You didn't know about that?
No.
Oh, it was months ago.
Well, I haven't kept in touch, really. Just the odd card from Cat.
Well, there was no illness, nothing. It was all very sudden.
Oh, poor old love.
Yeah.
Still, I was hoping to stay there, but this new lot don't take people, so is Kath about?
No, she's off duty.
Oh, I'll pop over then.
Hey, listen, you know she's got a lodger, don't you?
Oh, no.
I'd offer to give you my flat myself, but I'm chock-a-block at the moment.
Now, don't you go worrying.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, I'll book in here for now. Yes, that'll be best, and then we can sort something out in the morning.
How are you and Tom? Is everything all right? Did it work out?
Oh, yes.
Not quite as we expected, but all right.
That was a big sigh.
Well, I'm just thankful we got through the evening without war breaking out. Oh, the expression on Glenda's face during that meal. Oh, it's enough to turn your stomach. I know her. When she bottles things up like that, we're all in grave danger. You see, if she once goes off...
I'll be here. Wasn't so bad, though, was it?
No, not as bad as I expected, and Kev made a real effort, bless him.
Aye, so did you. I hope they will let me help them with the nursery. I'd like to. Be a nice little inroad for me, too.
I think you're treading on dangerous ground there. No, it's their baby. And the frame of mind Glenda's in, I think it's going to stay that way.
Luke, Kath, if
what?
If at any time you think this is getting too much for you, or you're getting too tense, or the situation's becoming too explosive, just say, please. And I'll just go quietly upstairs and pack my bag.
Oh, that's how well the evening went, was it? You're thinking of going already?
Well, the option's always got to be there, lass.
No. Matter of fact, I was rather pleased with myself. I stood me ground, and I got my own way for the first time since Arthur went. Number of times I've heard myself say, this is my house, but I've always fallen in with what they suggested.
Same token, I'll not stand by and see you pushed down.
How do you mean?
You've got me here now, and I'll back you all the way.
This is the bit they don't understand, isn't it?
Happen they will one day.
When you lose somebody, you stand alone. You look desperately for somebody to cling to. You don't realise how you needed them until they've gone. Oh, I used to go on at Arthur, you know, half the things I said. But we always knew we loved one another, you know.
Yeah.
I was shouting at him the very night.
Shh, it's all right.
Oh, look at me. I don't need them to understand. I just want them to accept.
It's been the same with me too, Kath. But you have had the kids here.
Oh, yeah. They can give you the support, and they can give you the pills, but they can't take away the pain. You stand on your own, totally. You're shut out socially. Not that we ever did anything like that. But you just wonder what on earth you did to deserve it. Why me, I thought. Why?
Aye, I know.
Still, I suppose I was lucky, really, to have Kevin and Glenda to pull me through, but perhaps the thing I miss most of all is that shoulder to cry on. And that's why it's so important for me that we get on.
Have the shoulder and not have to use it, eh?
This last week or two, it's been so taut for me. You know, the very mention of John or Glenda, and I've gone all nervy, ready to defend and snappy. You can guess how I've slept, can't you? Yes, I do need somebody to turn to. And I think you understand, because...
I do so, Kath. Ain't all this proof enough? I hope you will count and lean on me, Kath, because I think we need each other.